Now I'm sorry this video is a little late, but I was waiting for the news to accumulate a little bit because there wasn't so much news this week. So I waited an extra day and there was actually some more news yesterday, so I decided to add it in today. And the first bit of news today is Takahashi Minami revealed her first CD cover. Now there's two different types of covers. There's the limited edition and there's the regular edition. Now this releases October 12th for any of you Takahashi fans. And while we're on the subject of graduated members, there's news about Oshima Yuko and Akimoto Sayaka. And that news is they're on a TV show together. Now this TV show is about traveling, so this episode centers around Osaka. So both of them are actually going to different spots in Osaka, which are good. And this is really cool for me because they're my top two favorite old AKB members, or just general AKB. I've always liked them because they're always the fun ones who go around and aren't afraid to be themselves, even if it isn't idol appropriate. And that airs September 14th and 21, so check it out. And now on to regular AKB news. There's actually a rumor going around that the girls have to all dye their hair black, which actually the producer, Akimoto, actually commented on. He said it isn't a good thing that this policy would go through because he feels something more like don't use your cell phone during work time or be on time would be something that's more mandatory than something like dyeing your hair. Because the whole point of this group is individuality, to show that you can meet them and everyone is different. When everyone dyes their hair black, you kind of lose that. He made the company, but he doesn't have as much input now as he once did. Now there's like a whole board of members and everything, so it's more complicated now. And another thing he commented on was the 46 group. Now he said there won't be any concurrent members from Nogizaka and Keyakizaka, just like how SKE sometimes has members in AKB and vice versa, or in NMB. The 46 group actually won't have that. Now, I'm not sure what this means for the 48 and 46 concurrency, because as you remember, Iko Marina actually went to the 48 group for a bit, and so did Matsui Rena from SKE to Nogizaka. So I'm not sure how that affects the future of that. I feel like this is a good thing for the 46 group to not have concurrent members, because each of the 46 groups have their own special personality to them, and mixing the characters between them might actually do a little bit of harm to the own individual persons in the whole group. And speaking of the number 46, the 46 single for AKB48, they announced the center for them. And that center is Paruru, or her real name, Shimazaki Haruka. Now this is the third time she's a center, so it's not that common that she's a center, but apparently some people are mad that she's a center instead of giving someone else a spotlight. And some of the people that are mad about this lineup are Matsui Jurina and Yamamoto Sayaka. Now they're the only ones from the group to actually be in the lineup, so I mean none of the other group members are in there. After so many of their main members left, it's very hard to push them because they're really the top two of their own group. And Jurina actually said she wants to be number one in the next Senbatsu, so SKE can be pushed even more. And Jurina and the rest of her group actually were in the iPhone 7 launch ceremony thing with Beats or something like that. And here's some pictures of that. It's just something cool that I saw. And the little final bit of 48 news that will transition us to 46 news is that AKB48 actually performed one of their songs. And it was actually a concert where they performed this. They performed Seifuku no Mannequin, and as the center of that song was Sakura from HKT. Which is really interesting to see that the 48 group performed a 46 song in concert. I don't think the 46 group has done that since a while ago. And if you want to watch the original song, it's actually on YouTube, and you can watch it in America or in other countries too. So the little bit of 46 news I do have is Fukuko Mai, if you remember her, Mai, everyone's favorite undergirl that turned Senbatsu then center super quick, actually is with a new talent agency. The talent agency is named 10 Carat, and with this she actually wants to restart her acting career. Now this is a good thing because then we get to see more of Mai, which everyone loves. And the last bit of news is with Roddy. Now she had the series with Young Guitar on their YouTube channel where she learned how to play guitar and learned all the different peripherals and different instruments, and she even got to pick her own and keep them. And with this series, she had to learn how to play this song at the end and perform it in front of other Nogizaka 46 girls. Here's a little clip of it.
じゃあね、せっかくなんで皆さんにもね、ちょっと中田さんからじゃあお一人ずつ感想どうでした？いやもう本当かっこいいって。
So, since they reached the number of audience members for the live show that they wanted, she's confirmed to get another season. So I'm curious to see what she will learn in the second season. Maybe more advanced techniques, and maybe she'll get better. So then when she plays with Nogi-dan, then she will be a beast at it. So again, you can watch that on YouTube. It's actually there on the Young Guitar YouTube channel. And there's 3 other Nogizaka 46 members, so be sure to check that out. And I'll leave you with this little tidbit. On AKB48 Daily, there is an article they released of the top selling Japanese female idol artists. Number 1, we have AKB48, which sold more than 45 million copies. Now number 2 is Speed. Now they're a group from the 90s and they sold over 19 million copies. And number 3, we have Morning Musume 16. Now they sold over 18 million copies. And all the way down to number 6, we have SKE48, which sold more than 8 million. And then one below that is Nogizaka 46, which actually sold more than 8 million as well. And they're really close to SKE48. And I think by the next single, they'll overtake them. And all the way down to number 10, we have NMB48 with over 7 million copies sold. And just to see the difference between AKB and Speed, number 1 and number 2, it's actually a difference of 26 million copies. Meanwhile, SKE and Nogizaka are actually only 400,000 away. So in no time, Nogizaka will pass them, probably by the next single. And that will do it for this week. I hope to catch you guys next week. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe if you liked it and you want to see more. And also, don't forget to check out last week's video, which is over here. You can click on it and see all the news I talked about last week so you don't miss anything. Alright, see you guys.